Hello, everybody. I can't hear anybody. Let's start this way.
We can hear you.
Okay, good. We'll get a few more minutes. I need a Jen. She's not on.
Please eat those cookies because my kids just had a meltdown that they couldn't have cookies.
Oh, because you bought cookies and it wasn't for them?
I don't want to take any home. And then I have to give them one.
I would take one, but it's like super awkward to like try to like jump on the table.
Oh, I got
you. Cookies.
Okay, thank you.
Cookies. I will listen to Miss Kristen. I'll follow directions. I don't want them to go to waste.
Are you on too, or no?
I'm not. Last
Okay.
time we tried to do that, it was like echoey, and I guess I can mute it.
No, you're fine. I'm just gonna write down who's here.
Mm-hmm. What are you writing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I never bring a pen into this room. There's one right here. I know where the secret stash is. I figured you did. But most mornings I walk in, I'm like, how did I get in here without a pen? All these piles of papers. Well, that was the tab. There's.
All right, we're gonna get started. So thank you for joining us. You start.
Come on.
We have snacks here, so we're all eating snacks.
I think is there somebody out there?
Okay.
Let me get the door.
Okay.
My mind just blinked. I had it.
Devotion.
I know.
Okay.
Just give me a minute on that one. I had it pulled up earlier. Oh, there it is. No.
Yeah,
Hi.
you can grab a chair.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no,
there's
it's
one right there. I think we need another chair. Okay. All right, this devotion comes from Lutheran Hour Ministries. It's titled We Matter. From Mark chapter 7. Then Jesus returned, and they brought to him a man who was deaf and had a speech impediment, and they begged him to lay his hands on him. And taking him aside from the crowd privately, he put his fingers into his ears, and after spitting, touched his tongue. And looking up to heaven, he sighed and said to him, Ephatha, that is, be opened. And his ears were opened, his tongue was released, and he spoke plainly. And they were astonished beyond measure, saying, He has done all things well. When I read this story, I couldn't help wondering why Jesus made things so complicated. All the people asked him to do was lay his hand on the man and heal him. Why take him aside privately? Why the touching? Why the spit? Why the look up to heaven and the sigh and the word? That's a lot of bother for one man. It is a lot of bother for one man. And I think that's exactly why Jesus did it, because that's how much this one man mattered to him. This world tends to ignore people with disabilities, but not Jesus. Look at what he does. He takes him away for some privacy, and then Jesus makes sure the man understands exactly what is going on by using his senses of sight and touch. Jesus doesn't want him to be afraid or confused about what's happening. So he touches his ears and his tongue and looks up to heaven, to God, who gives the power for healing. Jesus communicates clearly because he loves him. But there's even more going on. Because Jesus is recreating the damaged parts of his body using his own hands, as God did with the first human beings in Genesis 2:7. I don't completely understand what's going on with the spit, but no one could miss the intimacy of it. Jesus is using his own body to heal this man and to create him whole and healthy. And then he looks up to heaven, to the Father. He sighs, and breath in both Greek and Hebrew is the same word for spirit. And finally, Jesus, the Word of God, speaks the first word the man will hear. Epitha, be opened. What have we got here? A reference to the Trinity? All of this overwhelms me. It's so much packed into one healing, done for just one man, one single human being God loves. That's how much he matters to Jesus. That's how much each of us matter to him, me and you and every person in need. But maybe I shouldn't be surprised, because this is the same Lord who uses his own body to heal and recreate people, all of us, when he lays down his life for us at the cross. And now he has risen from the dead. He is always with us to love and forgive and heal us. And when he returns to establish the new heavens and earth, we will be with him forever, because we matter to him. Let's pray. Dear Lord, we love you. Help us to grasp how much you love us. Amen.
Principal's report.
Oh, it's me again.
It is.
I do have a printed one. It will come out in email tomorrow. It says, this school year is off to a great start. We are wrapping up map testing this week and are excited about putting the data to good use. This year, we have a few new faces in the building. Mr. Dement teaching PE, Mrs. Dameron doing K4 computers, Noah Boudreau as a music assistant, Mrs. Riley, myself, being principal. And then we have two new subs joining our roster. So Amber Sill and Mary Feldkamp are going to be helping out as well. We're also equally excited about all of our returning staff. And so I name them all on there just because I think they deserve a really big shout out for the hard work that they do. Our enrollment is currently at 101 students. I almost feel like we should dress up in spotted shirts as 101 Dalmatians. Because sometimes it's a little chaotic, as you would imagine that to be. We're settling in nicely and enjoying. The kids are definitely enjoying being back with friends and telling stories. And then our first parent night is Screen Sanity on Friday, September 13th. So I hope you can all join us. And there's more information on that in the letter. Okay, Tag, you're it.
All right, we're going to get right down to business. The first thing on the agenda that I sent out was about spaghetti supper. It is coming up November 7th, and we need lots of volunteers.
We need about 16 more. We need setup crew. We need like 4 people for that.
Can you guys hear Kristen online? Okay.
We call it the carry out crew because they can drive up in the parking lot and we'll take them. They can order a family of 4, family of 6. We need 4 people for that. I put someone as like noodle prep. Usually I do most of the cooking of the noodles, but having somebody to open the boxes of the noodles so that it's easier to get everything through. Need 2 people for that. Serving crew. I didn't know if the crab trees were willing to do that again.
Yeah, I'm available. What time is it?
It would be 5 to 7 on November 7th.
Okay. Yeah, I would be here right at
Okay.
5 till 5. But
Okay. We can get somebody to do it until you get here. We did have 2 people sign up for the salad/dessert table already. That is Taylor, Reno, and Katie. And then we need a couple people to bus tables. If you have older students, the like 7th and 8th grade students can definitely sign up to do that. And then a cleanup crew. Usually we're out of here between 8 and 8:30 because dine-in ends at 7. And we kind of, as people start dwindling out, are cleaning up already. So it probably won't take too much. And that is all of the volunteers that we need. Setup crew would need to be here probably around 2 o'clock. So I know that doesn't work for some people that work later, but if you have that availability just to help us put tablecloths on and decorations on tables and fill up water jugs and lemonade and things like that, that would be great.
Do you want the red and white, my red and white vases?
If you have them,
The
yes.
red and clear. Yeah. I didn't know if you're gonna do flowers or what you
Yeah.
want to do.
That'll work. Thank you. So
Yeah.
yes,
Setup, I get off decently early.
Okay.
John Lever. So I will be sending out an email asking for volunteers for that so that you guys can sign up if that's easier. That way you guys have more time to look at your calendars and make sure that you're available. But we're also going to be asking for donations for Spaghetti Supper. So if anybody has access or wants to donate, we need about 50 pounds of hamburger, 20 cans of sauce, of spaghetti sauce. Usually we get it from, okay, so never mind, not the sauce. 60 pounds of noodles. So I know Hy-Vee will run a special on noodles usually between now and then, which if we hear about it, we'll send it out to you guys. And then the big bottles of dressing, we need 6 bottles of ranch and 6 bottles of Italian dressing. Hold on, Nikki, I see you're texting. That could be a possibility as well. We will talk to the principal about that. And then we need about 10 bottles of Parmesan cheese.
The shaker one.
The shaker ones. And that should take care of that. We're also going to be asking Kohl's to donate the garlic bread and maybe some of the carry-out stuff. They usually help us out with that.
Does anybody know anybody at Ivy?
Not personally.
My mom used to work there. I can ask if they
Okay.
can donate, maybe
Perfect.
anything.
Mm-hmm. So does anybody have questions about spaghetti supper?
We do have a $81.73 donation from the church as well that we are going to use. At
Yes.
Kohl's.
They're down to the penny.
We will be using that at Kohl's. So whatever they don't donate, we will be buying from. But yes, St. James Church.
Long story.
Very, about a year in the making. All right, so that's spaghetti supper. And then the other big thing that you guys need to put on your calendars is Spring Fling. It is March 22nd. It will be at the Holiday Inn. The theme is game night. And closer to, we will start talking about procurement and making those phone calls. And we're going to probably start in October, because in October we can then either make the phone calls, or a lot of businesses want it online now and you have to submit it way in advance. So we will get a list out, and then if families can start volunteering, 10 businesses a family, and that would get it done pretty quickly.
And you get all those
Especially-
year-end donations.
Yeah,
Yep.
especially if you know people that have
Mhm.
businesses, then you can check those off pretty quickly. It doesn't have to be a business that we have on our list.
Right. Yeah, it can be any business. Or if you know somebody that would be willing to donate anything. Spring Fling, which I know we have a lot of new faces in here. So Spring Fling is our biggest fundraiser of the year. It is adult only. You buy tickets and you get a meal, and then we have a silent auction and a live auction. So a lot.
Bar.
Yes, and a cash bar. And then a lot of businesses will donate to the silent auction. And so you will walk around and make your own bids. We do have some businesses that donate to the live auction. And then we usually do like teacher projects and stuff like that. And you can bid on that. There's usually Cup Cardinal tickets. There's usually
A condo in
a condo in Colorado. There's
Not
all
yet
kinds
this
of
year,
different
so don't
things. And we will get more information out. I'm trying to make like a little poster to kind of explain it a little bit because I know a lot of the new families have never been, and that way you guys kind of know what to expect and what goes on.
And who can go to that? Anybody?
Anybody. You buy the ticket, anybody can buy it. We send it out to all church families. We send it out to our sister churches and parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, anybody, everybody. It's just a fun night to kind of get together and have a good time. With game night, we are asking for any old games. So if you guys have old games with missing pieces laying around, you won't get them back, but we're going to use them for decorations. So if you're going to yard sales and you would like to pick something up. Sorry, I was reading the text that Jen sent. And yes, we can check for workers for Q&D. We'll do that for spaghetti supper.
Also, I don't know Noah very well, but would it be possible to get him to play the guitar during spaghetti dinner?
Noah,
We can ask.
I'll ask.
Always ask.
Can we get
Or
him to
maybe
do like the
Zeke?
music at spring
Yeah,
break?
he from church. Yeah.
Never did.
And the music at spring fling, you know, like
I like it this year.
Do people buy tickets for the spaghetti supper?
yes. So spaghetti supper, we will send out a flyer that you can then buy tickets, or you can just walk in and buy. So you can do a carry out and buy in advance. You can buy tickets in advance, or you can just walk in. And it is open to the public.
Yeah, carry out needs to be ordered in advance.
Yes, carry out needs to be ordered in advance. And we will get that out to you guys probably next week.
Being a Thursday night, I would go with Noah because I'm guessing Zeke will be judging there. Okay. But sprinkling's a weekend.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, so the next new thing that we're going to do this year is we're contacting local businesses and restaurants about a St. James night out. So our goal is to try and get 2 per month. Some months might only be 1, but we're going down the list. So as soon as we get that list together, and if you guys have any suggestions, we're more than happy to take them. We will get those out, and basically it's just you go eat that night at that restaurant and St. James gets a profit back.
We do have something to add to that if we want to do it. There is a little boutique type store called the Engraved Hive here in Quincy. They reached out and said they would be willing to partner with us. However, it's a little bit different. They have what they call the Hive Huggy Barn, which is just like a Build-A-Bear in their store. And they are willing to do it throughout the whole school year. And she didn't give me an exact dollar amount she had to get with her business partner, but we would get a dollar amount back on each person that went and made their own Huggy Barn thing. And they have like a whole book of ones that you can order if they don't have what you want in stock. And so we just are going to create a flyer, and then you just have to take that flyer in. And it would be every Saturday until the end of the school year from 11 to 4, if we wanted to do that.
And if I'm not mistaken, when they say you make the Build-A-Bear, you actually get to stuff it
Yes.
yourself. It's not a machine like Build-A-Bear
Like
is.
she said, they have a lot of
Mhm.
people coming in from Q&D and QHS, and like they'll put their voice on a little thing and ask the person to go to homecoming with
Yep.
them, and so all
So,
kinds of things.
Good idea for
Every
Christmas
Saturday from 11 to
for little kids or big kids.
I think that's the whole time they're open on Saturday. So
Alyssa,
Yes.
that it's not Zoop anymore, but the Z Eats new place. They were always very good when it was Zoop to do a night.
Yes, we We're
So I
actually,
just thought that would be one to for sure reach out to if you don't have the money.
yeah, we have them on the list and we've reached out to them. We're just finalizing a couple things. So perfect.
October 17th.
Okay, it's October 17th. It got finalized.
And that is actually anybody that eats there the entire day of October 17th will get 10% back.
So maybe we
That's great. Doing it the whole day. That's awesome.
so maybe we'll have a teacher carry-in that day. The other new thing that we are doing, and we put it on the back to school flyer, so you guys should already have these dates, but October 10th, February 13th, and April 17th are going to be St. James PTL Scotty's nights. So you take your kids and have fun at Scotty's. You do have to stay with your child. There's not going to be staff there to watch them. But then they give us a free party and gift cards that we can then use for like rewards and stuff.
And we get so it's like a certain
Dollar amount
to skate in Bowl City, and then we get $1 back from each one.
Right. So you'll have like a special price on those nights, and then we get $1 for each child. So just another little fundraiser.
And February 13th is a glow party.
Yes. Yes. February 13th is a glow party. And if you look at the school calendar, all of them are on a Thursday night, and the Friday is a half day. So we tried for you guys.
And the teachers.
Yes. So the next thing that's coming up super fast is going to be book fair. And this year we are trying a new book fair. It's actually I-55, and it's a Christian book fair. So I put in the Eagle the times that we need volunteers for. And so I will be sending out another email asking specifically to email me back if you can volunteer for those times. Right now, I have volunteers for September 20th and September 19th, but I do not have anybody for the 17th or 18th. So the 17th would be right after school till about 4, and that's going to be set up. This is a new book fair, so I'm just as new to it as you guys will be. So we're going to figure it out together. And then September 18th will be 2:45 to 5:30 p.m. And that is for all families to come shop. The 19th is 2:45 to 5:30, and everybody can come shop. And then September 20th from 1 p.m. to 3:45, and that is for you to send money with your children if you did not have a chance to shop the book fair, and teachers will take them down, and then we're going to clean up. So that is book fair. Kristen, do you know off the top of your head what time Scotty's is?
I don't.
Thought I had that paper somewhere. I will get that to you tomorrow, if that's okay.
I want to say it's either 4 to 6 or 5 to 7.
I know. I don't have that paper, and I thought I did.
I wanted to say I did contact Culver's about because they do a share night. I got a hold of the lady, and she said that they do quite a few share nights, like QHS music department and stuff.
They just had it.
It would be like from 4 to 8 is the designated time. They usually do it on Thursdays, but it doesn't have to be on a Thursday. And then you get 10% of the net sales during that time frame. The only thing they ask is that we have at least 4 volunteers, like open the door.
Okay.
But she said they're pretty open on dates too.
Okay.
And you can do it up to 4 times a year.
And that's usually one that people like.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can get back to her if we want to decide on dates or whatever.
Okay. Does anybody online have a specific date they want for Culver's? You can use that.
Did she say it could be pretty quickly? Do you think you could still get
She
one?
said the only one that's booked is October 24th.
Do you know if that has to be a donation that goes towards something in the school? Because a long time ago, it used to be you had to have a something to donate it to, not just the school, but like science closet or something like that. Like a department. You might want to double check. Just
Okay,
it's been a few years ago, so they might have changed. But I know usually like it's the music department, so they're raising money for the music department at Q&D or something like that. And we did 7th and 8th grade there a few years back, but it was donated specifically to the Marine lab trip
Trip.
they took in Florida. You know, we had to have a reason why we were wanting the donation. Let's put it that way. So
okay.
something just a heads up on that one.
Okay. We'll ask and we'll figure that out. And if so, we have plenty in the PTL budget that we could make it donate to.
Alyssa,
Yes.
did you guys have some things about the once a month you can go into Sam's Club?
Mm-mm.
So once a month you can go into Sam's Club. They typically want like either the principal of the school or maybe the PTO president would be, and you can fill out a donation request and they give like $30 to $50, but they do the same thing. They want to know what event you're using it for.
Okay.
Like a specific reason. But I know like St. Dominic's, St. Peter's, they have their leader go like once a month and get their cards, claim their cards. So
Right. Yeah.
and I think it's just a Sam's gift card.
Hey, we'll use it.
So.
We can definitely use that. Okay, so the next thing on the agenda, so all the shirts that you guys got at back to school night for your students, and this is going to be mainly very specific to the older grades that we definitely need this. But even the younger grades, if they go on a field trip, especially outside of the school, we would like them to wear it. All the teachers got red ones, all students got gray ones, and that way everybody knows they belong to us. It's just more of a safety thing as well. Jen, they belong to you. Sorry. She's giving me faces. So just as a kind of reminder and just so you guys know, and I've sent that out a couple times in the Eagle, I think, and stuff as well. But I know like 4th through 8th, they're going to the Lincoln Museum. And so that's going to be a big one that everybody needs to be in their gray shirt so that we can keep track of everybody a little bit easier. Another important date that's coming up very fast is September 17th. It is Fall Picture Day. So make sure your student, they still have to be in dress code, but you can put them in whatever you want as long as it's dress code. And they like to usually have fun shirts or fun dresses, or some just don't care. October 30th is going to be the retake day. So it's the day before Halloween. At least it's not Halloween.
That'd be kind of funny.
It would be.
That'd be a great yearbook.
That would be a great yearbook. Wagner Pictures are doing that again this year. So it's the same one that we've had the past 2 years. We're going to send a Sign Up Genius out for you guys to volunteer. I will send that either tomorrow or it will be next week. And so please, please, please sign up to volunteer so we know who we have and what we need, and so that we can beg other people.
We do need one more volunteer for September school store, which is on September 27th from 8 a.m. to 8:45.
So September 27th, school store. It's a fun time. Right, Katie?
It's something.
I can always help if you ever. I always help with school store.
What day is it? Friday.
Friday. It's always the last Friday of the month is when school store is.
Not really that bad.
We are starting tomorrow. If you donate 5 shelf sufficient canned goods, rice, whatever, to the blessing box. Your child gets free dress day tomorrow. So the day that you donate is the day that they earn the free dress day. If they forget to free dress, they don't get to make it up. The other thing that we are starting this year is that if you come to all PTL meetings, and that means online or in person, between now and Spring Fling, you will be entered in to win free Spring Fling tickets. 2.
And that's only 4 meetings. Because
Yeah.
there's not a November meeting and there's not a January meeting.
No, November is spaghetti supper. We planned it for the night of the meeting. That way more people could come, hopefully. So yeah. And then if you're in this meeting tonight or any meeting from now on, you get your child, your student gets free dress day the following Monday. So since we're doing the cans tomorrow, if they bring cans, they get free dress day tomorrow. But then on Monday, your child can have free dress day as well. And I have the list. So, and that will be every meeting the following Monday. Your student will get free dress. If it happens to be that Monday we're off, which I didn't look ahead to know, then it'd be Tuesday. But I will inform you of that on that meeting. So next is Kristen. Do you want the computer?
No.
Okay.
Not too much from this month, but there's a lot just from like the beginning of the school year. We paid for the shirts for all the students and the teachers. We did the ice cream from back to school night. And we had to get, we did like the decorations and the board from back to school night. I did have to buy some envelopes and stamps. And then we tried to do like contact cards on back to school night, but not too many people filled those out. So we're just going to get with the office and try to make our own. We'll try again next year, maybe put it in with the packet that you get at the beginning so that everyone fills them out. All of the teachers got $200 for their teacher wish list at the beginning of the year. We did half of the amount towards teacher aids. We did the new mulch for the playground. And we did, since we added art classes for each class this year, we did donate $500 to get supplies for that. Since that is new this year, we did a little bit more. They might not need as much years coming. And then library, and then the fine arts, which is like when we get like the Q&D band to come play, and I think they go to the Quincy Community Theater.
Some grades go to Quincy Community Theater, but she also uses it usually for Lutheran Education Week and whatever assembly that we have that week.
And then our only income the last 2 months was interest, totaling $11.71.
One more thing to add with the mulch. So we have most of the mulch on the playground, but there's still a pile on the parking lot, as most of you know through Carline. So tomorrow at 1 p.m., the 7th and 8th graders are going to try and finish moving that and raking it. So if anybody is off and would like to come help, that'd be great. We have plenty of rakes and shovels. So we just need bodies. So, any other questions, concerns, ideas?
Are you going to do a sign-up list for donations?
Yes.
For the spaghetti supper too?
Yep. We'll get that out either tomorrow or next week. Well, I thank you all for coming to the first meeting. It was only a half an hour, so not too bad. Everybody good? All right. Thank you. Good job, Jen.